Mike.
Hey.
Mike Lindell, thank you so much for joining us. I hear you just attended. I hear you just attended a Trump rally in your state.
Yes, I did, and it was quite a rally. You're probably going to hear about it. Our governor tried to take away our First Amendment. We limiting it to 250 people outside, so tens of thousands couldn't attend the rally. But you know what our great president did? He brought the president to the people. He went right out to where they were all waiting and did his speech.
You know, Mike, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I have never seen this level of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm was high 4 years ago, don't get me wrong, but this is off the charts enthusiasm.
Well, you know, it really is, Larry, but you know what? Everybody knows what's at stake now, too. It starts in my home state here in Minnesota when we see what terrible decisions and non-decisions by our governor here in Minnesota and the mayor of Minneapolis, where, you know, everything they did manifested into riots and burning down of our city, and then it went all across the country. Now we fear for safety and security. We fear for our future, the American dream. Everybody's the enthusiasm, it has to be up. Our great president has proven that he can get us out of this pandemic. He's proven that he's the greatest president ever, and everybody better realize what's at stake here.
I'm talking to Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Mike, you talked about the riots in the streets. The reason people are in the streets is because of so-called systemic racism. Guess who gets hurt the most when businesses shut down and when unemployment goes up? The people at the very bottom, the ones that the so-called protesters claim they care about.
Absolutely. And you know, Larry, when this all started in Minneapolis, I spent a lot of time on those streets back when I was an addict, and I'll tell you what, all my friends that they achieved the American dream and had their businesses down there that I grew up with, they all got ruined. Over 2,000 businesses got ruined, and you are exactly right. These rioters that are out there, and they're just, you know, it's absolutely it's appalling that these Democratic mayors of these cities and governors don't, you know, let this stuff go on. It just doesn't make any sense. They politicize the pandemic and politicize riots. You know, here's a perfect example today. Here they let in Minnesota, if you as long as you have a riot and a protest, and there's no problem, you can have 10,000 or thousands of people and the only one wearing masks are the ones breaking into the buildings. But yet, when we have a president come to our state to get the message out, you say we can only have 200 people outside together.
Now, as I recall, Mike, President Trump did not win Minnesota 4 years ago. How's it looking now?
He's gonna win Minnesota. It hasn't been red since 1972. We have been very blue here. We've been singing the blues. But let me tell you, the way it's looking now, Larry, you know, we're gonna win Minnesota. We've our ground game. We've called or knocked on doors of 5 million people. I've been nonstop, and they did a poll right before the right before the Republican convention, and we were even.
We've lost him.
And all of a sudden, the poll came out. We're down by 9. Well, you know what? They checked that poll out, Larry. That was 39 Democrats, 19 Republicans, and 56 independents. That's how they do these fake polls. Minnesota's going to win, and the president's going to have over 320 electoral votes. Mark my word.
Mike Lindell is my guest. He, of course, is the CEO, founder of MyPillow. Mike, I understand that you are donating 2 million masks to your state. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I donated them today. We had some shortages here, and interesting enough, they wanted me to donate them after the election. I said no, I'm donating them now, and we got down there, and the commissioner here in Minnesota, they're using them for the schools, they're using them for the first responders, and it wasn't just all the masks my employees make. I had other ones too. I had N95s and disposables, and you know, I just want to. That's the one thing, Larry. I've been very blessed with.
Mike, you still there? I think we've lost Mike.
Use my resource.
Mike,
There?
Mike.
Are you there?
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you. You're breaking up a little bit, Mike. Mike, I want to play you Joe Biden.
Can you hear me?
Mike, I want to play you Joe. I want to play you Joe Biden describing the citizens of your state. Go ahead, Sean.
Beeping the horns.
Ugly folks over there beeping the horns, referring to citizens of your state, Mike.
Wow. You know, it's really sad, Larry, that they, the one thing is I told them today, I said, if Joe Biden did a rally in Minnesota, you wouldn't stop him from having over 200 people because he could only get about 2 people.
Mike, talk to me about how the coronavirus has affected your business.
My business, we've been busier than ever. You know, we've been making face masks since this spring we've actually been very busy every day. Every day it seems like it's busier than the day before. I do wish, though, that we were in a great state like South Dakota where their governor made decisions where every business was considered essential, because I feel bad for the businesses that our governor shut down, and he decided that his friends that owned a candy store was an essential business. But, it's really sad that I've seen all our, we had the greatest economy ever built in January and February, but our great president's going to build it back again. And I think everything's coming back right now. We're roaring again in Minnesota with, the manufacturing around me and stuff. But they're suppressing us with these horrible governors like the governor of Minnesota and Wisconsin and Michigan. It's like we have 3 right in a row that make terrible decisions and keep us all inside.
Mike Lindell is my guest. He is the president founder of MyPillow. Mike, I've heard lots of rumors about you going into politics, either running for the Senate, running for governor of your state. Talk to me about that.
Well, I told the whole state of Minnesota. I said, I gave them a little carrot. I said, if you vote red, we get red down the ticket. And I said, and the president wins, I will promise I will go for governor. So, and I've talked to the president about it. I've talked to the vice president.
Wait a second, Mike. Mike, don't speak so quickly. I want to make sure I understand you. You're telling me if Minnesota goes for Trump, you're going to run for governor.
Absolutely.
All right.
That is a fact.
Mike Lindell making some news on the Larry Otis Show. Mike, I'm assuming you're going to run as a Republican.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? You go back a few years, I probably would have ran as an independent, but one thing our great president did is turn the Republican Party into the common sense party.
Mike, I've already got your campaign slogan. A pillow in every pot. No? Don't like
there
it.
There you go.
I'll work on it.
Hey, Larry, I always say wash in my commercials with an R. Wash. You wash your clothes. I have my campaign slogan, vote for me and I'll put the R back in Washington.
Mike Lindell, thank you so much for coming on. Mike Lindell, president, founder, CEO of MyPillow. Mike, thank you so much.